Alright, what is going on, guys? HT Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter 5 video. It's going to be a little bit different than the past couple of videos I have uploaded onto my channel. Nothing about, character specific things, but we do have Chun-Li here, and she is going to be the example of today's video. But yes, I did mention this in my previous upload. I'd make a video that is dedicated to what Mika can do in -2 situations in Street Fighter 5. And because some people have asked, they don't really understand the situation, so hopefully this video can go a bit more in depth and elaborate on what Mika can do and why it's never really a bad spot to be in, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's dive straight into it. But first off, before we dive straight into the examples, what you have to remember about being -2 in a Street Fighter game is you're basically at a disadvantage because there's a negative symbol in front of a number, hence the -2, and you basically can't press a button after you've done this move that incurs that -2 on block. So basically, in layman terms, don't press a button after you do a move that's -2 on block. So if I set Chun-Li to do, I think I've got it here, so okay, the light kick's there. So we're going to use Mika's stand medium punch example because that is -2 on block. So like I said, you can press it, and that means you are safe. I can block perfectly fine. That's it. I can throw it out, and there's no dire consequences for doing it. All I have to do is block. However, if I wanted to press a button afterwards, which some people are still doing this, but they shouldn't really be doing this. If I wanted to press a button afterwards, I can't. No matter what the button, I can't press it afterwards. It'll just give Chun-Li a counter hit, because what that means is, being at -2 for 2 frames, you cannot do anything. So by doing that, I'm trying to press my fastest button, which is crouch light punch. That's 3 frames. But Chun-Li's pressing her 3-frame button, which that goes from a 3-frame crouch light kick to a 1-frame crouch light kick. And in terms of frame data, the closer you are to 0, the faster you are. And that's exactly why you cannot press this button. Or you can't press a button after that. You just block. Now, also, what you have to consider about -2 moves in Street Fighter 5, or just any game, or any Street Fighter game in general, is you're safe. Like I said, you're safe against everything except Zangief's Critical Art and Akuma's Raging Demon, as both of those start up in 1 frame, and Akuma has to be in V-trigger to get the Raging Demon. So theoretically, you can't press a button afterwards. Only those 2 moves are the exception to the -2 rule. Also, what you have to consider is the pushback on the move. So where does it leave? Where does it leave you, and where does it leave Mika? So that's not too bad. Chun-Li's still in range to press a button, like we did a second ago. Let me put it back on. Chun-Li's still in range to press the button, but it does push her back a little bit, because every move is different. The pushback's different, the block stun's different, etc., etc. So you just sort of consider that. Also, you have to be aware, or you have to be cognizant towards towards how much meter does the opponent have, and this is actually this applies only to certain characters in the game, and I will get onto that example. That's why I've picked Chun-Li. So let's go on to the Chun-Li example. Let me take this off. Right, so we've got Chun-Li to do crouch media kick into EX legs. Now, EX legs is -2 on block. Now we're going to go through what Mika can do in terms of her options. This is what I was saying before. Being not just against Mika, being in a -2 situation against a grappler is bad, because the usual options you do against -2 situations for most characters is you either do a regular throw, which is fine. That will go from 5 frames to 3 frames, or you press a button. Now, those are the usual 2 options. However, if you are a grappler, you will have a 3rd option, which is your command grab, and command grabs do start up in 5 or 6 frames when my command grab decides to come out. This is why it's dangerous against grapplers, because it's a real mix-up. So that's it. You want to make sure in the -2 situations you get it reversal timing, which I'm being really bad at this moment in time, and I can't get reversal time. I just suck at this game, seriously. Jesus, I can't believe it. Can't do it. There we go. There's the reversal grab. Now, if I set Chun-Li to do... also, what you have to remember, I keep forgetting, So when you do a -2 situation, or in your -2 situation, you can actually safely backdash from throws. That's a given. So let's try this. So as you can see, that throw whiffed, and if I tried to go for a command grab, that should whiff as well. There you go, that'll whiff. However, if you try to backdash and I press a medium, the Chun-Li should go airborne. There you go, Chun-Li should go airborne, because when you backdash in Street Fighter 5, you do not become airborne until the 3rd frame of your backdash, I believe. And since I'm pressing Mika's stand medium punch, which again, it goes from 5 frames to 3 frames because Chun-Li's in a -2 situation, they'll clash on the 3rd frame. Also, things will happen on the 3rd frame. That's a very poor example, but Chun-Li will become airborne if I press a medium attack. If I press a light attack, however, it shouldn't allow Chun-Li to backdash. There you go. So I just done a target combo. There's a risk doing that, but I wouldn't do that in that situation. But pressing a light attack, it means Chun-Li can't backdash. There you go. So that's something safer to do. Or if you get the hit confirmed, of course. Now, you definitely remember that. If you're in a -2 situation, you can safely backdash. It does depend, but light attacks can stop you from backdashing. But if you're against a grappler, they're going to have 2 potent options, which are regular throw and command throw. That's what makes the mix-up so scary. Now, also what I mentioned as well is what happens when the opponent has... you have to be cognizant towards your opponent's meter at the bottom, and I mean that in critical meter, not V-trigger meter, because it's a case where certain characters will be able to put themselves in a -2 situation, and they'll try to quote-unquote steal a turn, which that basically means they're going to use their invincible reversal to try and get a little bit of damage and stop you from rightfully taking your turn. I'm trying to treat this like an RPG, but it's not. It's a fighting game. But that's the analogy we use for these days. So I've got the example here. So Chun-Li is going to do EX legs, and then she should do... yeah, she should do EX spinning bird kick afterwards. So I'm going to try and press my button, and we're going to see what happens. So as you can see, I'm getting hit. Now, the reason I'm showing this example is people are scared of this situation, but they're not actually weighing out the options. So what are their options compared to what Chun-Li is doing? Chun-Li is spending 2 bars to try and get... let's see how much damage... okay, so EX spinning bird kick is 150 damage, right? I'm just trying to press a crouching light punch. Now I believe that does 20 damage, but Chun-Li's spending 2 bars to get 150. Let me double check. Okay, let me double check the crouch light punch damage. Yeah, it does 20 hit points. It does 20 damage. That's not bad, and there's very little risk to it, because the lower the risk, the lower the reward should be, but that's not always the case in Street Fighter 5. But so let's put this back on. I'm gonna try and press my light punch again, and we're just gonna show this scenario again, recite the same lines. There you go. So she's trying to get 150 damage for 2 bars. Now, what happens if I block the spinning bird kick, right? Let's see how much reward I get just for blocking and waiting. 1. Oh, god damn it. Flopped it again. And got a spinning bird kick. 1, 2. And there you go. Right. So I got 378 damage, and I only spent a bar and B trigger. Whereas Chun-Li's trying to spend 2 bars to trying to put herself in, a decent position. But the thing is, she's doing a lot of risky things, or unsafe things, or not unsafe, but because EX legs is -2. But she's trying to, because she tried to quote-unquote steal a turn, she took nearly 400 damage for doing that. That's why, and some players will do that. Sometimes this will happen near the end of a round, sometimes it will happen early. Players still do this, but you have to be aware. And certain characters have to have 2 bars to do this. Not in every situation, but for the majority, you will see it, like, you know, Ken, if he does EX Tatsu into EX DP, Juri, she does EX Fuaren Kyaku, I think that's how you pronounce it, into EX DP. I just showed the example with Chun-Li now. So you definitely got to be aware of the situation and be aware of your opponent's meter, and just go, okay, I'll press the button. If I do get hit, that's an indication to how the opponent wants to play, and they're only getting 150 damage because that's if it hits. If it blocks, you get double, if not triple, the damage they try to inflict on you. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video here. Hopefully it was short and simple. It's probably going to be over 10 minutes, but that's basically what you can do in -2. Well, if the opponent puts himself in a -2 situation, that's basically what Mika can do. So she's got the option of regular throw, she's got the option of command throw, and she's got the option of pressing a button. Light attacks will stop backdashes. If you press a medium and they try to backdash, they will become airborne and you'll get the counter hit. And that's basically it. I'll try and put some things on the screen now just to make sure that everyone is or understands what the point of this video was. So basically, -2 situations, just put it in layman terms, you're safe from everything in, you know, Street Fighter games in general, Street Fighter 5, except Zangief's critical art and Akuma's Raging Demon as they start up in one frame. And they're invincible as well. What you have to consider when you either put yourself in a -2 situation or your opponents putting themselves in a -2 situation is the pushback of the move. Where does it leave you and where does it leave the opponent? Are they in your face? Are they relatively far away? Like, what is it? Pay attention, be aware. This is what situational awareness is all about. Also, how much meter does your opponent have? If they have 2 bars or more, any point in the match they could do something. They could do something impetuous and really crazy. And if you do know your options, you can get double the damage over to them. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video here. Hopefully people understand -2 situations a little bit better. Hopefully you're going to be a little bit more well versed in the situation. And remember, we're playing, this is predominantly for Mika players, and like I said, you got that third option. Opponents putting themselves in a -2 situation against you, I'm going to keep regurgitating the same lines. Them putting themselves in a -2 situation against you is perilous for them. Trust me, you don't have to risk much unless you want to go for the grab and be like me. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully it helps out and make sure you guys are more insightful. And yeah, this is going to be your boy HC Jammers. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and take care until the next video. Alright guys, one last quick thing here. I did forget to mention this in the actual main video is, let me put this back on real quick. If Chun-Li or if anyone does a -2 move, what you can do as another option is, hold on, let me get this recorded properly for you guys. This situation can happen. You can be a bit sneaky about it. This is just a more, if you know how the opponent's going to play, just to double check what they're going to do. They put themselves in a -2 situation. You can go for the tick grab. I believe you can only do EX Rainbow Typhoon or the light version. I don't think any other grab will suffice. Yes, that is going to be that, because I don't think you can do a Brimstone. Let's double check. No, Brimstone's too far. You may be able to do the EX version, but we're going to see right now. Okay, no, Brimstone you'll be out of range for. It does depend, but you can get away with a tick throw in a -2 situation as well, but that sucks. So yeah, you just have to double check your options, but definitely EX Rainbow Typhoon and light version, since they have the most range, you can get people off guard by those. Alright, so that's going to be it from your boy HC Jammers here, while I get hit by Chun-Li's EX legs. And again, now we're going to officially close out this video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and then until next video, take care.